I'm going to go with Jags at Eagles, man. I think that is a really intriguing matchup between two upstart teams. One I expected to kind of be this good, and the other I don't think anyone expected to be this encouraging, besides maybe that one random dude that bet Jaguars to the playoffs plus what 3,000.
Was it that
whatever.
much? God damn, I feel like such a dumbass liking Trevor Lawrence as much as I did.
Nico,
I was a simp for Matt Ryan out of all people, so I never would have made that bet for them to win that
I
division.
had the Titans winning that division, so, kill me.
Theo deserves some credit. He did hype up the Jags all off season. He just didn't have the guts to say they would win the division.
You're right. I did. I liked them a lot, and I've been sticking by my boy, the golden-haired angel, Trevor Lawrence. But I didn't think they'd be quite playoff caliber.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree. I also think that's game of the week. But what are you looking for, and who do you think can prevail in this one, and how?
I'm really looking forward to the Jags defense. They've been really good, man. Week 1 wasn't great. They kind of choked down the stretch with those big touchdowns to Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson, but what they did last week and just kind of got Justin Herbert all of these 3 and outs, and the way they completely shut the Colts out, I think it's very impressive. And Travon Walker, the guy who we were giving bust allegations before he was even drafted, is kind of looking like the best rookie defensive player. So I'm excited to see if maybe they can get some pressure against one of the best defensive lines in the league and how Jalen Hurts will respond to that, because he's been getting some really good protection so far.
Yeah, it's an all demons defense. Like, they have stockpiled these freaks on the edge, and Devin Lloyd's kind of I wouldn't say that he's an athletic monster. He's not like a freak athlete, but he's a freak kind of body type too. It's just like a bunch of Trayvon Walker is so good. Like, that, the people I've seen as I've fought my Aiden Hutchinson wars, like people showing his pressure stats or pass rush win rate right now. Like, I don't care, dude. Like, you watch that dude move, and you watch that dude like blow shit up and force the running backs in the other direction. Like, he is a freak. Josh Allen, need him to have a big week so he get the double Josh Allen MVP Defensive Player of the Year narratives going. But yeah, I'm also very interested to see. This is a very much a good on good offensive line versus defensive line. And
it's just freaks all across the board.
Which one prevails there? And this is probably the best secondary that the Jaguars have played. Week 1 was William Jackson and the Washington Commanders. Week 2 was the Colts, and then week 3 was a depleted Chargers team without J.C. Jackson. So to get Jarius Slay and Bradbury and all these guys, we'll see if Trevor Lawrence can keep it up, because I believe him and Tua are like the 2 top quarterbacks in the league in total EPA right now, or something like that, which is crazy. It's crazy, but well, at least
this whole
Sunshine State,
this whole match,
and the Doug Peterson revenge game. Yeah,
it's like Doug Peterson.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is the perfect game. This is like truly the perfect game.
Doesn't get better than Eagles Jaguars week 4.
It doesn't get better.
The man that sabotaged
1 o'clock Eagles Jags.
Yeah, 10 a.m. Eagles Jags week 4. This is what it's all about. I'm going to take the Jaguars to win this game. I think they really make a statement. I think the Eagles are one of the best teams in the NFC, and I think that they're an amazing team, like very well built. But I don't think they reach 4-0. I think there's a lot of parity in this league. And I think that they don't make it through the month of September undefeated. I guess that's my hot take. I feel like maybe the Dolphins are the only team that does. But I think the Jaguars really have the horsepower to make Jalen Hurts nervous. And I think that maybe he plays the worst game that he's played so far against that front seven. So I'm going to pick an upset here, and I'm going to say the Jaguars and that goblin front seven with all their stunts give this Eagles offensive line some issues that they haven't quite seen yet, and Hurts hasn't quite seen yet, and it rattles them to the point where where the Jaguars and Doug Peterson and the Jaguars can win this game. So that's where I'm at.
It's not an unthinkable scenario. I remember the last game Jalen Hurts played last season was in the playoffs against the Buccaneers, and the pressure that he faced in that game was not something that he was really able to handle then. So, it's not unthinkable that he can't handle it this time around. I'm still going to take the Eagles just because it's like, even if Hurts is a little bit rattled, I think A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, and Devontae Smith can bail him out a little bit. And the run game is so good. I just think they can mix things up so well that you have to stay honest. If you're Jacksonville, you can't just go balls to the wall blitzing every single play and just be ferocious. You have to be a little bit more disciplined with this team. So that might be the one thing that keeps them in check, is just how balanced the Eagles are.
Yeah. We're also about to get we're going to need a pocket presence masterclass from Trevor Lawrence. The Eagles front seven had 9 sacks last week against a guy who will never give you a pocket presence masterclass in Carson Wentz. I still think back to the Jaguars offensive line has been a little bit up and down. I think they played very well against the Colts week 2. They played all right against the Chargers week 3, but they were kind of a mess week 1 against Washington. So we'll see what kind of performance they deliver. Lawrence has taken like 3 hits all year or something crazy like that. Like, he just has not gotten hit because he's just so good at moving around. And I think we're going to look at Hurts and we're going to look at Lawrence, not to just make it all about the quarterbacks, but we're going to see a little bit of a disparity and maybe calmness and poise. And we're going to say, oh, Lawrence really is that guy, I think. And I think that could be clear when you look at his pocket movement in this game versus what we could see from Hurts. But who knows? Hurts has been playing very well, so I don't want to come out here and slander Hurts, but I'm going to pick the upset.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 6.5 point upset. Eagles are favored by 6.5.
Yeah.
So
I think
people, pretty wild.
I think that Vegas, I mean, the Jaguars are still Jacksonville, and I think that people are there's a little bit of a Jacksonville tax that people are going to have to get caught up on, but this is just a legitimately very good team in my opinion. So
yeah, good team, good game. I'm excited. That was going to be my game of the week. So I'm
sorry, Blaiden.
Yeah, I hate you actually. No.